when you're ready, coming onto the yoga mat, making sure the bolster's equipment's right in behind the lower back. Ease the body down. Extra pop under the head if you feel the chin stays jutted up. Try and keep the chin down, back of neck long. Arms out comfortably wide. Palms turn up in a gesture of openness and receiving. Take the arms out as wide as you're comfortable to do. Making sure that chin's tucked down, back of neck is long. And then slide down through the body, all the way through the back to the hips and pelvis, and feel as it balanced on the mat. And then from the front hips down through the front thighs, out to the feet, ideally in one line if at all possible. If you prefer the feet a little bit wider, then do so. Let them drop. Close the eyes down, give yourself a moment, surrendering onto the mat. Noticing what's the feelings. And just let yourself surrender into this feeling of opening the front body. So usually when we're surrendering down, the front body's closed down. Be propped and supported to open up. Continue breathing. Start to let those breaths gradually lengthen and deepen. Use these few more moments just to let the breath expand. Feel the front body lifting and opening. And then when you're ready, start to point the toes with inhale. Flex the feet with exhales. Inhales, pointing of the toes. Exhales, flexion of the feet. Your timing, your breaths. Next time you breathe in, point the toes and then drop the big toes into touch. Breathe out, feet roll out. Breathe in, toes roll in, touch together. Breathe out, feet roll out. Full circles. Keep it going. Next time your toes meet together, keep them together. Deeper breath all the way up through the body. Keep sipping that breath in. We want the chest to lift. Try and scoop the belly out to force the breath to push up and out through the lungs. Ribs expanding. Oh, excuse me. Sigh the breath out, softening. Feet surrender out. And then breathing in, toes roll in the opposite direction. And breathe out, feet roll out. 3 more in this opposite direction. And last rotation around, bring the toes all the way back into reconnect. Again, touch together and deep breath all the way up through the body. Continue sipping the breath in in, scoop the belly out, chin tucking down. Hold for as long as you're comfortable to do so. And then sigh the breath out and soften completely. Supta Baddha Konasana, bend the legs up, soles of feet together, knees drop away. Reach the arms back, reach for elbows. If that's difficult, further towards wrists, cup hands, or simply long arms if you've got sore shoulders. And then breathe, stretching as you breathe in, softening as you breathe out. Continue in this way. Inhale, activate, stretch, elongate. Exhale, surrender, soften. Your timing, your breaths. Try to create length through the body on inhale, stretch. Surrender completely as you exhale. Really stay present in this moment with your breath. Active stretch, inhale, soften, exhale. And last exhale for you, firm the lower belly, hold the breath out. Change the grip on the elbows, unnatural side, or the arms wherever you're holding. And then a slow, deep breath in, as slow and as deep as you're comfortable to do. Pause at that end of that breath, rest into gap. Slow breath out. Pause at the end of that breath, rest into a gap. Continue in this way this morning, slow, steady breaths. Count your breaths silently to yourself and try and keep them balanced. The subtle gaps at the end of each breath, that moment of stillness. Next breath occurs when you're ready. So this morning you might like to bring those gaps out to be the same length as the actual breath. So if you've got a really long inhale, exhale, maybe you want to shorten them a little bit and bring the gaps out to be the same duration, meet the duration of the actual breath. It might be gradual to start with. So if you're breathing in and out for 4, maybe hold for 2 to start. And then those gaps come out to be 3, and then everything comes to 4 eventually. We breathe in, we retain our breath in, we breathe out, and we suspend the breath out, all at the same length if possible. You may prefer just to enjoy those subtle gaps, it's your choice, however that feels for you. These pauses between the breath, it's a nice reminder that through our everyday life, we don't always have to rush from one activity to the next. We can give ourselves that moment, pause, rest into the gap before the next activity starts, as simple as our breath. Pause for a moment, rest into the space, then the next breath occurs. your next round of breath work, focus on your exhalation. So noticing if you're working even breaths, if you can get more exhalation out of the body. Even that sense of even holding out. As you hold out, are you able to hold out longer, or maybe there's more expression of the exhale actually coming out of the body when you're holding out. So get a sense of the exhales, just a couple more rounds, really working all that stale energy, stale breath out of the body. And then you might notice the next inhale, the body wants to pull it in a little more actively, thereby activating and strengthening through the breaths, deepening the capacity. And then just one more round of breath work. So finish the round you're on, and then one more round. Once you eventually finish that last round of breath work, let the arms stretch out long behind you. Sweep all the way down around beside you and give yourself a moment surrendering completely. Any aggravation in legs, slide them longer. If it's the back, come off the bolster slightly. Bring the arms down comfortably beside you. Surrender in your time. And if there are any back aggravations, to come off the equipment, roll to your right side, protect your back. If it's easy enough, slide the elbows back and roll straight up. And once you come up, slide those legs out in front of you longer. Once you come through, roll your body down and in, bringing crown of head towards your feet. Especially if you've been over that bolster for that longer duration of time, just being really careful around your back, lower back and neck, those vulnerable parts of the spine. Make sure you're not pulling, not trying to overdo it. So knees around in that long diamond shape, crown of head rolls in, chin tucks in. Surrender inward. Breathing into this sense of surrendering completely. So if there's pulling at the lower back, then just don't go so deep. If it's the neck, make sure the chin is tucked in, prop the head if you need, give yourself that extra support. Keep breathing. If the neural tension is too much, remember, roll up and down, in and out a couple of times. Otherwise, surrendering inward. Last exhale for you, firm the lower belly. Roll the back up nice and slow. Keep the chin tucked in all the way. Vertebra by vertebra, rounding the back arm. Hold around those knees or shins as you pull up against the arms, coming higher. Keep the arms active. Once you're sitting tall, chin tucks, back of neck long. And then tilt the right ear down, left ear up. Breathe along that stretch. Holding on, resisting for the stretch, creating the length. Breathe through it. And then inhale, the head centers, second side. Left ear down, right ear up. Again, pulling against the arms, resisting for the stretch. Inhale, the head centers. Bring the chin around to your right shoulder and gently tuck down and in. Pulling against the arms, continuing, resisting for that stretch. Slowly roll the chin down to center chest. And the chin tucks in and up, creating the length. So again, make sure the chin is pressing through to the wall behind you, not sliding down the sternum. Protect the neck. And then inhale, lift your head to neutral. And then slowly take the chin around to your left shoulder. Tuck down and in when you're ready. Keep breathing. And then slowly the chin down to center chest. Nice and slow, and again, once you're centered, keep the chin pressing in and back. Elongate the neck as we stretch, supporting. And inhale, the head slowly up to neutral. And again, when you're ready, exhale all the way around to your right. Bring the arms around, mobilize and look back as much as you're comfortable to do. Bring the belly around, the chest and shoulder. Feel the back body moving around as well, not just forcing with the neck. Feel it's the whole body rotating. Then exhale, squeeze the last breath out. Slowly all the way back to center, then all the way around to your left. And again, rotate the whole body. Feel the body, the back, the belly, the chest, the shoulder rotating, the face coming around. Again, not forcing, breathing into the rotation. And then exhale, squeeze the last breath out. Again, all the way around to the right side. Nice and gentle, just rotate the whole body round, rotating, looking back. And then exhale, flatten the lower belly, squeeze the breath out. Face forward, inhale, body follows, all the way around to your left. Feel the rotation through the whole body. And exhale, squeeze the last breath out. Centering on the inhale, assist those legs to come up, slide them long. Give them a shake out, give them a rub down. Roll shoulders, mobilize the neck, do whatever you need to. Mobilizing those joints that get stiff, cold, tight, immobile. Try and get some movement. And then when you're ready, flex the feet, bend those legs up. Take the arms wide and up. Inhale, reach up. Forward to the legs, ankles, feet. And then when you roll up, inhale, round the back up. Wide arms arms and up again, reach up, full exhale, reach forward as far as you can. Press the exhale out of your body. On the inhales, rolling up. Sweep the arms up, stretch. Exhale, fold forward, squeeze the exhales out. Inhale, rolling up. Keep it going. You're timing your breaths. Next time you're on your legs, simply stay there, folding the body into your forward bend. Surrender forward. Enjoy the feeling of stretching up the back of the legs, the back body. Again, if it's too intense, bend these legs up. And then let your body slump. Toe the palms up, let the head roll in, the chin tucks in, the shoulders roll broad. Slow roll up, vertebra by vertebra. Chin tucked all the way. And the head will come up last. Give yourself a moment to be still, completely still, or mobilize it if you prefer to. And then when you're ready, could you roll the shoulders? Inhale, upward motion. Exhale, downward motion. Move more of the body with it as well if you wish to, but really mobilize those shoulders, full rotations. Next time the shoulders drop down the back, opposite direction. Inhale, upward motion. Exhale, downward motion. Full circles, and move the body with it if you wish to. Getting more movement through the spine. And then when you're ready, last exhale, let those shoulders drop. Prop the buttocks up on the edge of your bolster, sitting up higher. Bring the soles of feet together, knees drop away in Baddha Konasana, so let those knees drop out as much as you can. As soon as you're there, right hand off to the side, left arm up and over and stretch to your right. Now push away from the right hand and stretch that left side rib cage out, open it up. Breathe into it, lengthening and deepening. And then exhale, the arm sweeps down, second side, left hand down, right arm up and over, and breathe. Push away from the left hand, really try and open up that right side body. Stretch, breathe into it, open it up. And then exhale, the arm sweeps down. Twist around to your right. Use the hands as leverage and support. Inhale the lifting, exhale the rotating. Again, can you try and feel the whole body come around into this rotation? So you're not just jamming the neck around, bring the body around. And that back hand, it's there for support to keep us upright. Try not to lean back. Keep your shoulders balanced above the pelvis, not falling away. Last exhale for you, then squeeze the breath out. Inhale, face forward, sweep around second side, shoulders and chest coming around. So again, that left hand's there, it's the support, keeping you upright, not falling away. Sitting tall on inhales, twisting with exhales. And last exhale for you, squeeze the breath out. Inhale forward with the face, body follows all the way to the right again. Rotate the body. Noticing is it feeling a little more mobile, is it starting to open for you? And exhale fully, turn the face forward. Keep the left hand holding that right knee. Sweep the right arm across in front of your body. Then bring that left arm up in front of it. Full forearm Garudasana wrap if you wish to, or just keep the left arm, right arm long. Roll the back out, tuck the chin in and breathe across that upper back. Open it up. Broaden, stretch, lengthen. Resisting, press the arms against each other. The arms unravel, sweep up to the ceiling, roll the spine up, clasp the hands, turn the palms up, arch up as much as you can. Remember those shoulders are sore, arms further in front. Sweep them around to your left as you release, twisting around to your left side. Look around behind that left shoulder. Keep breathing, make sure it's the whole body. Feel the back come around, the belly, the chest, the shoulder, looking back to where you can. Exhale, squeeze that last breath out. Face turns forward and bring that left arm across in front of the body. Then right arm in front of that. Full forearm wrap Garudasana if it's easy, or just keep that left arm long. Round your back out, chin in, keep breathing. Resisting the arms, press them against each other. Broaden the upper back, breathe into it. Exhale fully, let the arms unravel. Sweep up to the ceiling. Can the other little finger be outer edge to clasp? So unnatural clasp, turn the palms up. Open the chest up when you're ready, stretch up. Keep breathing, keep trying to bring the body forward and arch it up. Sweep the arms around to the right and rotate once more each side, around to this right side, looking back. Notice as it's starting to get more mobile, more opening. All the way to center, just sweep the arms low, around to your left, all the way looking back. Noticing that back body starting to open. And then inhale, face forward. Bring those legs up, the body comes with the face. Take the left leg out long, right leg bent up, right hand behind you. Left arm reach for the ceiling, lean to your right. Can the arm come outside edge of that leg and twisting again, looking back. Try and get more movement around the shoulder blade, middle back. If the shoulder's jamming, then just wrap around the leg instead of outer edge. Arm and leg, can they press against each other? As you rotate, keep breathing. And then exhale, squeeze the last breath out. Flatten the belly in, lift the pelvic floor muscles and squeeze the breath out. Then face forward, inhale, unwind, second side. Left leg in, right leg long, left hand behind you. Right arm up, inhale, deep breath. Lean to the left, can the arm come outside edge? Bring arm and leg to press against each other, resist and twist. If there's jamming in the shoulder, then that right arm, just reach around and wrap. Keep breathing. Arm and leg press against each other. Can we rotate back? Can you feel it around the shoulder blade, around that middle back region? And exhale fully, squeeze the last breath out. Face forward, inhale, unwind. So bend that right leg in, whether you can flip that right foot straight back or you're just going to windscreen wiper the legs across to one side. Your choice. Right foot flips back if it's easy. Pelvis off the equipment and open up hip flexor quadricep. So it's not easy for you, knees across to one side, tailbone tucking, press the quadricep, the thigh and hip forward, lifting up as much as you can, tailbone tucking. Find that stretch. Where is it for you this morning? Open and breathe. Steady the breaths. Lengthening, deepening. And then lift to tabletop from whichever direction, whether you're off to the side or straight up, lifting up, buttocks off the bolster, strengthening through the body, holding up, tailbone tuck. And then lower down, second side. Left foot flips under or legs across to the second side if you're doing that windscreen wiper, however that is for you. Tuck the tailbone, lift the pelvis up off the bolster if you can. If you're just to the side, just tucking and pressing. So tailbone tucking, chin tucking. Press the thigh forward, up and away from you. And then second side, lifting up to tabletop again. Flip the foot out, come back up to center, wherever it is for you, lifting to where you can. And then lowering the buttocks onto the bolster, bring those legs out in front of you long, give them a rub down, give them a shake out, roll shoulders, mobilize the neck. If it's the wrists and shoulders because you're just weight bearing on them, make sure you give them movement. And then fold to the legs. Surrender the body, bend those legs up as much as you need to protect, and surrender towards your legs. Soften in, continue breathing. Let the body slump, the palms turn up, let the head roll in, tuck the chin in. Again, noticing if it's tension there for you, ease in as deep as you're comfortable to do. Again, roll up and down a few times if it's too intense, easing that neural tension off. If you feel you're pulling too much in the legs and back, bend the legs up, knees out wide, or whatever works. Try to get this sense of surrendering. Press through the heels, firm the lower belly, roll the back up. Feeling each part of the spine, one vertebra stacks above the other as we slowly roll up. In the presence of that feeling, lengthening the spine as we bring it up. A moment being still. When you're ready to come up to stand, bend those legs in. Lift your buttocks off the bolster. Pull the bolster up through those legs. Inner ankles, inner calves, inner knees, inner thighs, all pressing in. Hands walk out in front of you. Bolsters pushing up in through the diaphragm. Pull the spine long, not slumping. Keep breathing. Press inner outer edges of feet. Are they balanced? Not falling to outer edge because you've got the bolster between your feet. Keep the balance. Keep squeezing in on those inside edge of legs. If you put a hand up on the outer edge of your legs, you should feel they're switched off. They're relaxed. Inside edge active. Keep breathing. Keep the bolster between the legs, walk it through to your down dog, hands forward, feet back. And then keep positioning that bolster through those inner thighs, squeeze in on it. Keep it active. Can you feel your upper body surrender into the posture? Legs active. Exhale, let the bolster drop to the mat. Just pull it forward, come down onto your knees. And then have the knees pressing in at the back end of the bolster. Squeeze it in as you work through cat and cow. Inhale, dip your spine, looking up. Exhale, roll your spine, looking in. Keep the inner knees squeezing on the back end of the bolster. And keep moving your spine as best you can. One more. Finish when you're looking at your navel. And once you're back to looking at the navel, stay there. Press the hands down, knees squeezing in, chin tucking in. Breathe across your upper back, open it up. And then big toes touch, take your knees out wide to the edge of the yoga mat. Push the buttocks all the way back to the heels, pull the bolster right in underneath the body and rest onto it. You turn the head to one side, forehead resting in center. Give yourself a moment, surrender onto the bolster. And just noticing how therapeutic it is just to feel your front body surrender and soften. Feeling connected down onto the softness of the bolster. If the head is turned to one side, lift it and take it to the other side, just balancing out the neck. Slow the breaths, couple more. And then last exhale for you, center the head, Push away from the equipment, walk your hands in, bring the back up to neutral, kneeling at the back end of the mat. Once you're there, just bring the bolster across the yoga mat, bring the knees together, and when you're ready, take the arms up, inhale, reach for the ceiling. Just shift the buttocks off the heels, hands down over the bolster. Dip the spine, inhale. Exhale, roll the spine, look in towards your navel. From there, tuck your toes, lift your knees off the yoga mat, and you're in your down dog. Walk the hands back so that the back of the forearms press against the bolster, and feel the forearms pressing against the bolster, the hands into the mat. Does the down dog feel different for you? Let the head relax in. Back of those forearms pressing against the bolster. Where does the weight distribution go through the hands and through the body? Where do you notice? Keep breathing. Do you notice the stretch change up through your back body? And then just come forward so the bolster's more over the hips, or move the bolster so it's back under the pelvis more, however that works for you. Once you're there, take your right leg up in the air, lift it. Bring the knee to the nose, shoulders above wrist, round the upper back. Clear the foot over the bolster. Put the left knee down on the other side. Inhale, let those arms come up, reach to the ceiling. Bring the hands onto the hips when you're ready, balance off. And finding that you're pushing back from right foot, left knee, left thigh, dragging through. You might like to put the hands on the back of the pelvis, arch the chest up a little bit, squeeze the shoulders back, opening up. Take your left arm up to the ceiling, lean across to your right. Feeling that stretch on that left side, a little bit more opening. Notice how that feels for you this morning. Then bring this left arm outside edge of that right thigh. Bring the right hand on top of the left stack. Twist and look around behind your right shoulder. Press away from that front right foot. Rotating, looking back. Then come all the way back to center. Place both hands down inside edge of the right foot. Heel and toe it out wider. Turn the toes out, knee out. Slide back longer and sink through. Maybe the pelvis is on top of the bolster, lengthening onto it as deep as you can get. And just surrendering into this stretch. So right toes turned out, knee dropped out. Chest pulling forward and lengthen. Keep breathing into your stretches, lengthening, opening. Exhale fully, walk the hands in and up on an inhale. On top of the bolster, Ardha Hanumanasana. Pull those right toes up. Roll the bolster onto its higher edge if it's got flat. Extend the body behind you. Keep the chest lifting and stretch up the back of this right leg. Elongating. Feel where it stretches for you. Try and keep that right buttock sealing back. You can slide the leg longer if you wish to, if you're high enough. Can you sit on top of that bolster if it's high enough for you? Letting the pelvis balance onto it as much as you can. If you've got extra props and you've got them handy, need that bit of extra height, place them under the pelvis if you've got it there. Otherwise, just sit to where you can. Finding that prop under the pelvis, giving you that little bit of support. Try and pull the left hip forward, right buttock back. It's really easy. You're welcome to walk the hands forward, folding the body onto the front right leg as much as you're comfortable to do. Keep breathing. Exhale fully. Can we lift this right leg back in? Can you walk your right foot across to the left side of your mat? And then could the right knee drop out to the right? And could you sit onto the bolster again? So working just this angle. Maybe it's not easy, so careful around joints. If it doesn't like to be that far forward, you might need to shift over the bolster a little. Careful around joints of knees and hips. Just working at that angled position as if you're going to do an easy pigeon. So staying high or going low, or you might, if the prop is under you easily, you might wish to bend the back leg up and just see where it is for you this morning. Noticing how that feels. Keep breathing. If it's easy, that back foot, bringing it in closer to the body, trying to keep the pelvis balanced, the chest balanced, opening to where you can. So wherever you've gone to, exhale fully. We're going to release it out and back to down dog. So lifting up, where can you clear over the bolster and step it back in your time. Reposition everything so you're comfortable with it. Bolster under the highest part of the pelvis when you're in your down dog, and find your stretch. Unlock knees, unlock elbows. Let the weight of the head surrender in. Keep breathing. As we press the feet down, can our heels stretch down? As we push into the hands, can we feel the palms of the hands press through the yoga mat? Through the fingertips, thumb tips, keeping balance in the wrists. Balance up the arms to shoulders, up the back to the buttocks, down the legs, heels lengthening. And then next inhale, left leg's going straight up, stretch it behind you. Knee to nose, shoulders above wrist, round the upper back. Clear the bolster, step the left foot over, right knee down on the other side. And when you're ready, arms come up. Reach up, stretch up. Hands onto the hips, exhale and balance off the low lunge on this second side. Pushing back from that front left foot, right knee, thigh, dragging through. And maybe the hands on the back of the buttocks, hips, press them down, shoulders back, arch the chest up, open up, looking up if it's easy. Keep breathing into this feeling. And then that right arm, sweep it up and lean across to your left. Find that length on that right side body opening for you. And then bring the arm down the outside edge of that left leg. Twisted lunge, stack the left hand on top of right. Twist and look around behind this left shoulder. Let the hips come into the lunge as deep as you can. Pressure on this front left foot, feel pushing down and pushing away from it. And then inhale, bring it all the way back up to center. Put the hands down the inside edge of left foot. Heel and toe it out wider, a little bit more forward if you wish. And let yourself sink forward. Can the pelvis get on top of the bolster? Can you come through, walking the arms long? So left toes out, knee out. Bring the body forward and long. So we haven't gone into pigeon. We've kept the left foot off to the left side. Toes out, knee out. Keep breathing. Opening through those legs, hips and pelvis. Can we pull the chest long, seal the shoulders back. Try not to hang the head. Exhale fully. Walk the hands up, inhale. As they come up, pull the toes up, hand outside edge of the leg. Up on top of the bolster, Ardha Hanumanasana, your half split. So work it back, heel digs in, extend that left sit bone long. Right hip squares forward, balance. And then if you wish to, slide long, put the bolster up on its higher edge if it's got flat. And then see if you can get the pelvis on top of the bolster. Where is it for you? Lengthening in, or extra props if you've got them handy. And just let yourself sit onto it if you can. So on this side, we want the left buttock back, right hip forward. You can walk the hands forward and lengthen down each side of that front left leg, staying higher wherever it works for you. Keep breathing into this feeling, lengthening and opening. So enjoying a feeling of softening into the stretches, breathing into them. Working with the alignments a little bit more if you've got that extra height and that prop. To give you a sense of softening in perhaps. And then bring it up again when you're ready. We're bringing that left foot back in closer. Now walk the left foot across to the right side of the mat as if you're going to do a pigeon. So left foot, bring it across to the right. Can the left knee start to bend out to the side? Can you bring the pelvis forward as if you're going to come through to a pigeon? So careful around that knee and hip if it's not easy. Pressure goes into the joints, don't force it. You could go forward if you're easy in it and walk it all the way long. If the joints don't like it, don't do it. Stay higher and just notice where it is. So that right hip coming forward, again left buttock pushing back. Is there balance? Keep breathing into it. Again, when you're ready, exhale fully, release it up, inhale, bring it up, lift your body up, maybe walk the foot back, tuck the toes, lift up, hands come down, clear the bolster, reposition, stepping over it. Find your length, downward facing dog, find your stretch, the head releasing in. Unlock knees, unlock elbows. Is there any feeling of lightness or spaciousness? The body opened up. Breathing into these feelings. Press the palms of the hands down, fingertips, thumb tips. Press the feet down. And then exhale, come down onto your knees. Cross the legs through, around to the side, come through to sit. Just do an easy cross the legs for a moment. Once you're there, twist around to the right once more. Rotate chest and shoulder looking back. Face forward, inhale, sweep around to your left, exhale. Shoulders and chest rotating, the body coming around. Again, all the way to the right. Release all the way back through to the right. This time, either stay in the twist or take that right arm up to the ceiling. Lean towards your left leg. That left arm pulling against that right knee. And you stretch, lengthen this right arm over. Right side body opening. The arm sweeps down. Sweep around to your left, twisting, looking around behind that left shoulder. Again, your choice staying there or take that left arm up. Lean towards your right leg. This top arm pulling long. Base arm, you're pulling against that left knee, holding on. The arm sweeps down, and once it does, take your bolster out in front of you. Take your legs out wide, Upavishta Konasana. Lean your forehead into the bolster. If your bolster's got soft, support it, hold it where you need. We want the forehead and the body just leaning forward. If you want to take it longer, just simply move the bolster out further, lean more in, angle in. So that forehead is resting into the bolster as much as you can. Make sure your chin is tucked in, back of neck is long. So your spine is at an angle, leaning. Legs out comfortably wide. And just let yourself weight the forehead into the bolster. Let the body lean into it. So the forehead resting into the bolster calms the nervous system. Bring a slow, deep breath in. Slow breath out. And then just really slowly ease the weight of the head up off the equipment. Nice and slow. Keep the eyes closed if you can and just bring yourself up to sit tall. Just give yourself a moment to be still. Notice any feelings. When you're ready to rest, simply pull the bolster across the yoga mat. Drape your legs over it. Let those knees come over the back of the bolster. Ease yourself down to the mat. Support yourself all the way down. If you're cold, put that extra layer over under the body. Palms turn up. Feet drop away. Soften completely. As the legs drop over the bolster, notice feelings of balance or difference. Up to the hips and pelvis, is there balance, is there difference? Drop down to the tailbone. As you breathe in, slide your awareness up the spine to the top of the neck. Breathe out, softening. Feel the muscles on each side of the spine soften and spread. Let there be a releasing down. Let there be a letting go. If the mind is wandering, bring it back to breath. Feel the shoulder blades drop down the back. Feel the back of the neck lengthen, the chin gently tap. Give yourself a few more moments if you can, surrender completely. Each time you notice your mind wander, can you bring it back to breath? If the mind is wandered, can you bring it back to breath? Starting to gradually lengthen and deepen those breaths. And as your breaths deepen, rub thumbs and fingers and wriggle toes. Opening, closing hands, flexing feet back and forth. Circle joints, ankles and wrists, full rotations. Opposite direction in your time. And then stretch the arms up and over, reach out long. And sigh and soften. Twice more. After your last stretch, bend your legs up, roll to your right side, give yourself a moment there. Coming up to sit in your time. Once you come up to sit up on equipment if you need to, not falling out through the back. Tuck the chin in, take a moment. We're going to work through Shiva Linga Mudra. So you're going to turn your left palm up. Curl the right fingers in, right thumb sticks up in the air. And then just resting the right hand in the base of that left palm. So Shiva Linga, the feminine is the left hand, the masculine is the right hand. The feminine supporting the masculine energy. Keep breathing. A balancing of male and female energies. A balancing of the energies embodied within. Slow the breaths. Next, inhale, let the arms sweep wide. Reach up to the ceiling, connect together, bring them to the forehead. As we move through life with thoughtfulness. Touch the hands to the lips. As we move through life, we have kind words. Bring the hands to the heart. As we move through life, we have compassion and we have kindness. Namaste. Fold the body, stretch long, surrender forward. Be still or rock it out, however that is for you to finish. And then when you're ready, simply rolling up and finishing in your time.